Clouds gathered above the undulating fields near Poitiers on the dawn of 19th of September 1356. The earth was sodden from the drizzle the night before. The air, thick with anticipation, carried the distant clangour of armour and the restless whinny of horses. Edward of Woodstock, known to many as the Black Prince for the sombre hue of his war gear, surveyed the English encampment from behind a dense hedge, his eyes cold and tired yet unwavering. Arrayed on a sloping ridge, the English force, barely numbering 6,000, stood silent among clumps of brambles and between twisted oaks. Their line bowed back ever so slightly, with sunken lanes and marshland at either flank. Archers, with bows longer than a man's height, waited, planting arrows in soft earth, knuckles pale with tension. Across the field, a great spectacle, banners of crimson lilies, the gold of French arms, and the gleam of polished breastplates under the rising sun. King John II of France, resplendent in gilded mail, stood among his knights. Over 14,000 in his host, everyone certain of victory. The French surged forward at midday, intent on crushing the enemy with a rolling thunder of hooves. Cavalry led the way, pennants streaming, horses pounding up the narrow approach, their path funneled by thick brambles and marshy ground. What seemed to be France's strength, their numbers, now became a curse. The choke point slowed them, knights collided, armoured men pressing shoulder to shoulder. A shrieking storm of arrows tore into the foremost ranks. English longbowmen at the hedgeline unleashed a pitiless hail. Iron-tipped shafts pierced plate and mail, drove panic deep into even the steadiest hearts. Horses screamed, riders reeled and fell. French formations buckled as confusion spread, their advance staggered. King John bellowed orders, pushing his infantry onward, his voice hoarse above the chaos. Again and again, waves of French men-at-arms pressed uphill, but the English held fast, driving back every lunge with arrow and axe, spear and sword. The battlefield became a mire of churned earth and broken men. Suddenly, in a deft and desperate flanking manoeuvre, the Black Prince released a detachment of mounted English and Gascon men-at-arms behind the French lines. The attack was surgical. French soldiers, caught between two fires, faltered. In the melee, swords and maces rose and fell until the French king found himself surrounded. He fought valiantly, but at last, overborne and spent, John surrendered, handing his gauntleted hand to the English squire Denis de Morbec, who promised him honourable treatment. The news rushed like wildfire through the French host. Their king was taken. Panic gripped the survivors. Nobles and commoners alike fled the field. Few stopped to aid their comrades, each man for himself. Where morning had seen pride and grandeur, now there was silence and ruin. The aftermath reshaped the fates of kingdoms. With King John II a prisoner in London and much of France's nobility captured or dead, the French realm buckled. Power struggles flared into open revolt. The ransom demand for the king drained coffers already emptied by war. England had won. Thank you for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe for more royal history at your fingertips.